trying to go for and I jump out the Bentley. I send a bitch and she go on the mission. She bring back the bitches. I'm trying to take trips in the hoe to the end.
Hey man, Facebook, please just give me some of the music. This ain't mine. When it's copyright, this music ain't mine. Yeah, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is the energy I'm on right now.
I need a bitch full of ambition. I need a bitch to come back with it. I be 100 South World winning. When it come to dripping.
Gotta see things from a different view. I do not own the rights to this music. I don't own the rights to this music. Yeah, you know how you come in the game. You prepare for the game first. You got to. I know when I played ball, they gave us that little breakaway shit. That's what we played. That's what we practiced hard for to get that on. Boy, when I ripped them pants off and it's time for the game, oh yeah, it's showtime, man. So I got me a little music in the background so I get ready for you. But y'all read the topics. You know what I'm saying? You know the topic and see things from a different view. Yeah. Hey, all right now, one more time. Hey, how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing out there? I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Yep, looking good. Ready to do some good. Hey, I do not own the rights to this music. I don't own the rights to this music, though. Hey, man, it's a lot of things that a lot of people paying attention to. And on the other side, it's a lot of things that a lot of people ain't paying attention to. I know one thing, whatever you're going through, you're going to get through. You better believe that, man. I do not own the rights to this music, man. I'm just feeling good. Let me do this. Yeah. This is, make it make sense. Yeah. It's an untraditional way of having church, but we should have church in here. Yeah. You are the church. You are the symbol of the church. We don't understand symbolism. Yeah, y'all was here last week. You know what I'm saying? When I was here, I was breaking down the origins of the symbol of 25th. Y'all do no finger point. I just want us to read the facts together, man. I don't own the rights to this music, y'all. I don't. I hope y'all feeling this good because you ain't, you better start looking at good then. And shout out to GalvestonPodcast. You got a blanket drop. If you read the little under thing at the bar, we got a blanket drop, man. The information to where you donate to is right there on the screen, man. GalvestonPodcast with the $sign in front, you know, if you're doing that cash up, you know what I'm saying? This emos, all kinds of stuff. We just want to just do things that you're supposed to be done, and we don't want to make no big old loud sirens. I just know that, hey, man, y'all can read the dollars below. Thank y'all for following us, man, and keep on following us. Things coming out of here, man. Y'all know what it is when you hear me. Because if you don't, yeah. How y'all doing today? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and dive right into this. Yeah, you know, I got visuals to go with it. We're going to learn some symbolism. You're going to ride with me. I'm going to give you a good hour of myself. But let's get straight to this here, man. Say, you know what? I just, first of all, I'm very thankful to be where I'm at right now. And I'm very thankful that I'm in front of the screen and I'm being an example. Yeah, I don't worry about the pros and cons of the example because, look, man, everybody that know me, they got their own version of how they know me. So that means there's a whole lot of stuff going on because I know I did a whole lot of stuff. So if I understand that, look, hey, you're not going to tell me nothing that I didn't do, and you can't tell me something that I did do. It goes either way. But, you know, I don't want to spend no more breath worrying about that. There's other stuff that's got my attention, like the things that we're going to point out. That's why look, man, I decided to go with Make It Make Sense because I'm preaching in front of crowds. I was preaching on the internet, and this is with the ordained and everything, man. And I just know it's just a different thing thing when you learn. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, and not only learn, because you can learn all day long. You can learn all you want to. You can learn all day long, and you can learn all you want to. None of that matters if you don't put it to use. And only you know how to put whatever it is that you need to use, because you're going to always be put around to where it's going to be source that taps into source. Once you're not looking for it and it comes to you, some people call it download. Some people call it intuition. Some people call it whatever they want to call it. But does it matter what it's being called? Does it matter what is being called? No, it does not matter what is being called. That's why we got to look at things from a different view. We got to see things from a different perspective, which means that wherever we was at when we saw what we saw this time, and we went down the line and came back to it and saw what we saw on that line, if there's a difference, that means that you applied some of the stuff that you learned. And I think that it's just over the heads, but I think everyone on here understands what I just said and understood. Again, you can go either way with it. Black, white, you can go either way with it. Once you got some sense, none of that other stuff mattered. That other stuff was putting us in places to where we couldn't even progress, and it was putting us in places to where we couldn't even set up opportunity to keep make it make sense. Last week I talked about the origins of December 25th. No, that was this week in the origins of it. I mean, look, everybody are fully aware. What I'm saying is, now that you're fully aware, let's just say you found out something later on in life that when you was younger, it was taught to you this way. Okay, and I'm gonna stick right in the lane that I'm at. Okay, again, Jesus' birthday. If Jesus never talked about his birthday, that wouldn't even. Why did they make a birthday for him if he didn't celebrate it? Is what I'm saying. And then you see all deities that's born on the same day. Now some really, I don't know if you like me. I know if I read one, if I look this, I know if I'm reading something, okay. All right. Okay. All right. And they was outside when they had him. I thought it was cold out there. I thought, because it's December 25th now. We almost at December 25th. I got on sweater socks. I'm cold right now, and I live in Galveston. So just imagine they over there where it really get cold at, when you can see snow on the ice tips right there. And imagine that. And they just make that day what it is. And we lived with that. That's what the stuff that I like to take a look at, and I like to find out. Why did you do that to us when we was little? That's a whole nother topic, y'all. But why did y'all do this to us when we was little? Y'all put fear in us. Y'all put the fear of lie. Not only just fear by itself, you put the fear of lie on that too. You understand what I'm saying? You put the fear of lie. Now, if you think about it, because if you're a Christian and you already know he didn't give you the spirit of fear, and then you got to lie, oh my God, that's two things that Christians will kill you for. Over that, if you do that to them Christians going to kill you. You are crucified. That's why I do not identify myself with any type of gang that I don't know what I'm joining. You can't put me in this gang if I don't know what I'm joining. When I moved to Palm Terrace, I knew what I was joining. And it equaled what I felt. So that was a perfect move. But at the same time, for those who know, they know. And that's why we're here, to make it make sense. Because first of all, when I first started this Make It Make Sense thing, go all the way back to my day one, I say, in the beginning, they lied. And it's a reason why I say that now I can come back. I appreciate it, because I knew I was going to get to the point to where I could point back to my first one and come back to where I'm at today and say, okay, in the beginning, they lied. See, if people been catching up and reading with me, I talk in series. Y'all think I'm just bobbling and make this, but the ones know I break. Look, man, I got enough time. Y'all don't see me. You know what I'm saying? I try not to see y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I try not to see y'all, because I don't know. Have you ever been afraid to hear what somebody got to? What I mean by that, say you are enduring what you're going through right now. Say you're enduring that shit right now, what you're going through, right? You know what I'm saying? And somebody come and they got some more shit, and that shit sound deeper than, you know what I'm saying? You're like, God, I don't want to hear no more. I can't take it. I can't hear it no more. And so now you got to be on guard. They tell you, say, hey, man, you got the spirit of discernment, huh? You got the spirit of discernment. Well, I can discern that I don't feel like, because if I come around you and my nostrils flare up, I don't want to be around you, man. If I gotta feel, if I feel that I gotta walk a funny type of way that to be around you, that means I don't need to be around you, man. And only I know that I feel like that. I'm sorry that you don't know that I feel like that, but you make me feel like that. Even when I think about the fact that I got to be around that. And then if I come in with the unexpected, with somebody I didn't even know, and then you already knew the energy from before in the past life, because you know you live your life in decades. I don't care how you want to say it. You're reborn all the time. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, everything that Bible said, yeah, you have experienced it. You don't got to wait till you die to experience that shit that they talking about in that book. No, they was really trying to say, man, you can unlock this shit right now if you want to. But no, you can't, because there's too much shit out there. There's so much stuff. There's just stuff. It's just we out there just chasing stuff. Just we need some stuff. You just go to anybody's house, nigga, even if they ain't got nothing, they got some stuff. I ain't even talking about physical stuff. Now you want to get stuck. Now it's time to get tough when you're in that physical stuff, because now you battling some spiritual stuff, and it's time for your ass to get tough. But it's going to get a little rough. You're going to get your ass roughed up. I don't know what I just said, and I can't even tell you what I just said. I just let that shit come out the way that I love the way that it come out. And I ain't under the influence of a motherfucking thing, but I'm just on right now, the energy that I saw, I caught that wave. And I ain't talking about I saw somebody that gave me some motivation, or I heard their voice and their voice gave me motivation. Now I sat here to myself and said, self, I have to stop punishing myself, and I got to continue to be perfect in what it is that I am doing. Whatever it is I am doing, it is perfect. And I just need to do more of it to be more perfect. And it's not going to be perfect, because you just cannot be perfect. But hey, guess what? It was an example. So if you so believe that you will be, some good got to come out of it, even if you got to leave here physically and just be around here all the time spiritually. Make it make sense. Everything ain't gonna go. Everything is not gonna go the way that you want it to go. It never will. It can't. It can't go the way that you want it to go. It cannot go the way that you want it to go. It will not. But guess what? You control which way that you want it to hit you. You can move the mountain. You could, okay, because if you know it's gonna hit you, just you know how some of y'all fail and you braced yourself to fail. But what about that fall you couldn't have enough time to? Now that might have been a physical thing if you experience playing any type of anything with your body and nature. But then spiritually too, where are you at in the spiritual mindset, man? Are you praying to somebody and believing that something? No, let me just make it clear, because it's no. Who are you praying to? Let me make that a little bit more clear. Who are you praying to? Because I don't know who you're praying to. Yes, Elohim is plural. And then they can say it's all in one form and it's all in form. I just believe that everybody has their own. Because if we follow one creed, if we follow one creed and that creed says you can't do this, and but you was born to fuck up, but all you got to do is just don't fuck up again, but you're going to fuck up again. And then all you got to do is just ask for forgiveness, and then you just going to fuck up again. And then I can see people getting sick, and I can just see people that really ain't even got the funds to really take care of themselves too while they suffering that. That's just a downhill spiral. You got to feel good all the time, even when, saying it's some shit that make you want to go to sleep. Maybe it is time to go to sleep. Maybe you got to die a couple of times, because you die every time you go to sleep. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You control it. If I was told when I was young, you can't control when you wake up, well, I die every night then. If I can't control it, I die every night. And it's just, yes. Oh, thank God for waking me up. But are you really thankful for God for waking you up? Because when you woke up, what did you do when you woke up? And then some of us, we could sit here and think about what we did, and we like, man, I don't even want to think about what I did when I woke up after I said, thank you, God. And then we'll follow the thing, well, he ain't done with me yet. And none of us are perfect, but all we have to do is just say, I believe, and then that's it. We ain't going to hell. Well, who in hell then? The killers? See, we got this all twisted, man. Who in jail? The killers? Huh? If all you had to do was ask for forgiveness, huh? Right? And then that's it. You ain't going to, who in hell? Yeah. That's a thinking moment, ain't it? I know it's chilling. I know, but let me get to this Jordan Maxwell video, man. I had a treat for you. I'm gonna bring him back. Hold up.
We have friends who do not celebrate Christmas because they say December 25th is really a pagan holiday. How do I respond to them?
Well, in a sense, tell them they're right. You see, the winter solstice a couple of days later was the shortest day of the year, and the pagans had something called Saturnalia, and it was a
Christmas is celebrated on December 25th. It is said to be the birth of who the world calls Jesus. Is this true according to Scripture? For many of us, our fondest childhood memories revolve around the Christmas traditions.
If you've been good all year round, Santa Claus is going to bring you something.
It is a time of love, generosity, excitement, and magic. Throughout the years, this holiday has become a time of mass marketing and crass commercialism. Have you ever stopped to wonder about the origins of Christmas traditions? Why do we deck the halls with boughs of holly? Why do we teach our children to believe in Santa Claus? And why do we decorate Christmas trees and partake in gift-giving feasts and parties? In a world overshadowed by the glittering facade of holiday festivities, the true origins of Christmas often remain wrapped in mystery. Join us on a captivating journey through time as we unravel the pagan roots of this celebrated occasion. In the next couple of minutes, you'll discover the surprising origins of your favorite holiday traditions, and you may never look at Christmas the same way again.
I took two things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into a successful business.
Yeah, we're going to ride together.
Hi,
Commercials
I'm Ronnie.
and everything. Look at this here.
If you are new to our channel, you will hear us use the name Yahushua, for whom the world refers to as Jesus Christ. We must warn you up front because your memories and emotions are attached to what makes up who you are. Some of this information will be shocking. It may also be disturbing for some of you. If you love the Most High Yahuwah and you desire to serve Him in truth, we want to encourage you to fear not. As the scriptures teach, the truth will set you free.
Beware lest anyone cheat you through philosophy and empty deceit, according to the tradition of men, according to the basic principles of the world, and not according to Messiah.
We have friends who do not celebrate Christmas because they say December 25th is really a pagan holiday. How do I respond to them?
Well, in a sense, tell them they're right. You see, the winter solstice a couple of days later was the shortest day of the year, and the pagans had something called Saturnalia, and it was a time of lawlessness because all the laws were suspended, and a bunch of singers actually wandered the streets naked, singing, And then they had orgies, sexual orgies. It was a mass thing. Well, when the Catholic Church came along in Italy, the Romans and others didn't want to give up their holidays. So they said, okay, we'll Christianize it. And so they said, okay, we'll say the birth of
Dive into the
from a different view. You understand what I'm saying? And they tell you some shit and what he just told us. They picked the day on December 25th. And what I'm saying is we roll with that shit. Fuck all that. I roll with it. I don't know what y'all did. I can't put y'all in my story. I'm telling you what I know. I was Santa Claus up. I'm talking about Santa Claus real. He came down a chimney and we didn't even have a chimney. That's how much fucking I was sold until the day I heard what I heard with my own motherfucking ears. So until that then, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? Hey. After that, I think they stopped that shit. I'm just saying though, just keep rolling down this road with me, man. And you go, man. I'm gonna let y'all. I watched this thing. I done watched this thing 7 times already before y'all. I done watched it 7 times. So that's why I can elaborate and be here all day long. We be here till tomorrow, Christmas.
the true origins behind the Christmas traditions, you will see that this holiday is a man-made tradition founded on pagan roots, and it is not based on the truth of our true Hebrew Messiah, Yahushua, the one whom the world calls Jesus. The Most High Yahuwah despised pagan worship. In Jeremiah 10:2, it reads,
Thus saith Yahuwah, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
It's important.
And then earlier this week, I played Pastor Geno Jennings, and he said you emphasize the H and you breathe like God gave breath into you and say, heathen. He said you are a heathen if you have a Christmas tree in your house. And I understand why he said you are a heathen according to Bible. Now, if we're going to do everything according to Bible, that's I can listen to Geno Jennings because anything that I say, that the same stuff that I be saying to y'all, if I was to say this to Geno Jennings and argue this man down about what was in the Bible, he's going to defeat me because he's going to say that's Bible. This is what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So how many people on this side of the fence, put it in the comments, I feel this way or I feel Bible. Because if you are Bible, that means you got to be strictly Bible. That means you got to live by it. And boy, do you got some serious ass guidelines to go by. Or you could just understand that, a human gives birth to a human, animal gives birth to an animal, and that is natural unless some shit is being manipulated, but we're not even talking about that, and I don't even want to go to that level just yet. I just want to explain that cats have cats, ducks have ducks, horses have horses, gods have. So when you know that, you can already put some of that other shit on the side because you already know he gave you things and he gave you gifts and he's going to give you gifts along the way to make you even more. And that's just called growing up and that's just called life. And that's just called circumstances that you have to go through from your decision. And your decision is of what you was thinking at the time. And whatever it is that you was thinking at that time, you got judged for it. So therefore, you always will be a judge and it's always going to be a judge because at that time, whatever you're doing is going to get judged. And that's where you're going to get judged at. You don't have to wait till you die to get the judge because guess what? You're going to continue to do it because you are a human being and you're a human being that have soul. Now, some don't have souls. That's why they keep doing repetitive ass motions. What I mean by that, I ain't talking about today's physical of everyday motions. I'm talking about the fact that it's a family tradition. Nigga, if the Williamses, the Johnsons, the whatever, and I ain't trying to say y'all name was one. I'm just saying that lineage is what I'm saying. That tribe we watched. We was in school and they taught us different groups, different nationalities that did different things. So we are in that same category. But once again, all the way back to staying where I'm at, man. This stuff right here, they planted a day. We know it's paganism. Paganism is the same thing as heathens, and he just put heathens in there with Jeremiah around the time that we in right now in December. You see how I like to put this together because I couldn't have put this together for y'all. I feel like this is a series. I feel like that I'm doing my due diligence to the ones who like to listen to stuff like this because they can get a better understanding of what they heard, or yet they are scared to say something because they got questions and they want to know, how this is, and I'm here to say, hey, this is how it makes sense. In the beginning, they lied to you. Oh shit. Yeah, man, they lied to you. Man, they said in the beginning, nigga, that was not the beginning. Because once you keep reading, there was some more people before that. So how the fuck I can believe anything that you telling me when in the first three fucking words of how the world was built, you lied to me. So that's how you know somebody lied to you. You was all born a lie. Nah, nigga, you fucked up. You create me and then tell me I fucked up because you fucked up. This is the creator now, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, man, look at this shit. And if you don't pray to your God like I'm talking to whatever I'm talking to like that, then you stuck too. I'm just telling you, bro. It's some real life living that's got to go on. It's some real life realizing that got to go on too. And I'll be glad when we get some real ass goddamn realizing. I'll be glad when we get some good old realizing, boy. Get us some good realizing, boy. There's a lot. We ain't got no realizing, man. Come on, man. Let me get back to this here.
To know who Yah was referring to as the heathen. The heathens were also known as the Gentiles, which is defined as any other nation outside of Israel. The word heathens is also interchangeable with the word pagans. This can be found when studying different Bible translations. In the Old Covenant scriptures, heathens were always committed to the worshiping of false gods and partaking in sorcery. If we look throughout the entire scriptures, we will not find the birth of Yahushua anywhere.
Not one.
December 25th is the birthday of many false gods.
Check this out.
Christmas originated in the heart of ancient Rome, a bustling empire with a rich tapestry of pagan traditions and celebrations. But interestingly, the 25th of December wasn't always associated. People of ancient Europe celebrated the pagan gods, Saturn, and it turns out this date had significance long before Christianity entered the scene. In Norse mythology and civilization, we find another piece of the puzzle. December 25th also marked a key moment in the celebration of the pagan god Saturn. Imagine the Roman god Saturn and the Norse god Odin sharing the same calendar date, an intriguing overlap that sets the stage for the Christmas holiday we know today. In the heart of ancient Rome, the festival that captured the spirit of the season was a celebration known as Saturnalia. This festive extravaganza stemmed from older midwinter and winter solstice rituals dedicated to the god Saturn. It coinciding with the winter solstice on the Julian calendar. This festival involved gift giving, feasting, and torchlight processions.
Oh, really?
Can you see how this connects with the holiday season, where Christmas begins days before December 25th? Christmas parties are held to celebrate the holiday. Presents are passed around, and everyone enjoys their holiday feasting. Christmas. Merry Christmas. What is the 20th military and political strategist who contended to control an empire that was falling apart.
Look at that
This
chin.
emperor faced city Constantine power, Sol Invictus, linked to the sun god Helios, reigned supreme, and the followers of Yahushua greatly multiplied the currency of the empire. Amidst this grandeur, a subtle shift is happening.
Uh-oh.
Followers of Yahushua find comfort in
Here comes the story.
their belief, coexisting with pagan rituals. As now, let's fast forward anchor through the ages. Imagine the scene as the emperor, not a devout believer in Yahushua, decides to convert move to pacify the brewing conflict between and emerging as Christians. Christians were experiencing severe persecution by the Romans. In this delicate dance of power, belief systems collide, and Rome undergoes a transformation like never before. Christian isn't a conversion, it's a cultural shift that echoes through centuries. Constantine, in a of strategic Rome stand with
Creeps on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the water under the earth. And beware, lest you raise your eyes to heaven, and when you see the sun and the moon and the stars, all the host of heaven, things that Yahuwah, your Elohim, has allotted to all the peoples under the whole heaven.
Research on these holidays, and I found out that Christmas has nothing to do with Christ at all. It's all about the worshiping of the sun god. During the time when Constantine was converting pagans to Christians, you know, the pagans didn't want to let go of their celebrations. So what they did to Christ was they took pagans, Christians, and put them together.
That was in the
But it lived during Christians, like the early Christians did, who was not a celebration.
Can't you let your children enjoy
Right?
After hearing the fact, sugarcoat it and try to still make it smooth, when in fact she stood on what she stood on, and it was the truth. And I ain't worried about the person that's standing on it, but she stood on that. We stand on that. So if you agree in that, then you stand up on that.
origin or a Christian origin, or there's a real Santa Claus, or you believe it was Christ's birthday, or whatever it may be.
You just gonna tell me that, yeah, today is Jesus' birthday. I'm gonna make it up right now. Today's Jesus' birthday. That's it.
Can you not find a way to fold it into the current world?
Absolutely not. Because to me, it's a form of Satanism. If anybody know anything about pagans, they didn't believe in Christ. They didn't believe in God. So would you let your children go to a seance and conjure up spirits? You know, of course not.
Yahuwah always warned against idolatry and the worshiping of the sun, moon, and stars. Idolatry is something that he has on him. We must ask this question. If Christmas comes from the pagan practices of the Romans, where did they get it from?
on that.
I took two
This is
things
what it
that I
is, and
love,
we're gonna make it
dancing
whatever
and
you
dogs,
want it to
and I
be.
made
You guys is gonna believe
them
it in the
into a
beginning,
successful
and
business.
we just go by it, and then
Hi, I'm
our whole
Marnie.
family
I'm
live
the
by
owner
that
of
shit, man.
Tiptoe, and I
Live by
teach
that whole
people
fear
all over
system.
the world how
And
to
then
dance
when
with their
that
dogs on
generation
the
died, then I'm telling y'all right now,
ancient
generation.
times to a man named
Hold up.
Nimrod.
Before that
The
generation started, boy, I'm talking about me. I told y'all these I say. So I grew up in the church, Baptist church. So if I grew up in the Baptist church, right, they taught you that Baptist shit, and then the songs and everything, bro. And I'm talking about the stories that they stood on and the chapters that they stood on. See, that was for that church and that for that church to thrive. But when you young, you know what I'm saying, you young and naive, man. These people and then say, you can't question them and none of that shit. Then you just grow up and then bam. You hear the shit what we watching right now. I mean, what do you do, man? What do you do? And then they be like, say, man, even if you know this shit is not the truth, you won't let your children participate in it? And I wonder if our parents ever ask themselves that shit. Because after I ask myself that shit, then hey, man, it's time for me to change. Because I can't do that. I can't lie to my goddamn kids, man. Hey, man, the physical description lets you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? The physical description. He was that of weight. He made it into a chimney today. You think them little youngsters with them goddamn hoodies on gonna let Santa come down any goddamn thing and give anything? Nah. On fire Santa ass up. And y'all know it, and I know it. Let's get back to this.
Grandson of Ham and son of Noah. Nimrod was the founder of the Babylonish system, a system of organized competition, man-ruled governments, and empires. He built the Tower of Babel, the original Babel. Nimrod, she claimed that an evergreen tree sprang from a dead tree stump overnight, symbolizing the rebirth of Nimrod. It became the birthday of Nimrod, marking the real origin of the Christmas tree tradition. Scheming became the Babylon of heaven. Nimrod under names minds them. This false Babylonish system worshiped the mother and child. Semiramis and Nimrod reborn.
You got some people who know this story. You got some people who don't know this story. You got some people who don't care about the story. You got some people who don't believe in the story. But the story is a story, just like the story of the stories that's in the Bible that we got to read each and every time.
This is when many pagans embrace the new faith, blending their old customs with Christian-sounding names. Especially popular during Christmas, evident in hymns like Silent Night, Holy Night.
Silent night endures as long as the world is conflicted, restless, and at war, for as long as we need it.
Shocking as it may be, the real origin of Christmas traces way back to ancient Babylon, intertwined with organized apostasy that has influenced the world for centuries, to the birth of who the world refers to as Christ. In the 17th festivities. Fast forward to the scenes in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Catholic Church decided to establish special Christmas services in defiance of Puritan opposition. The clash between civil authorities and celebrations was real.
My internet is real slow. I don't care. still gonna put this stuff out there till the internet get better. I don't have my Ethernet cord hooked up. I don't want to make excuses. I really didn't feel like getting up and going to get it. So this digital, you gotta keep your phone. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta keep your phone. What they say? Unlimited. Oh, this was giving me a commercial. Got to pay that bill too. I know.
Behold! Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max.
This is so cool.
It's just the beginning. The ultimate bundle for an unbelievable.
The world's first kingdom. Nimrod, whose name means he spreading across the world under different names. Old customs with Christian-sounding names. The mother and child theme became especially popular during Christmas, evident in hymns like Silent Night, Holy Night.
Silent night endures as long as the world is conflicted, restless, and at war.
Wow.
For as long as we need it.
Shocking as it may be, the real origin of Christmas traces way back to ancient Babylon, intertwined with organized apostasy that has influenced the world for centuries. The celebration of December 25th as the birth of the divine Son of the Queen of Heaven was not unique to Christianity, but existed in various forms across pagan cultures long before the birth of who the world refers to as Christ. In the 17th century, the English anti-Christmas sentiment spread to Puritan territories in America. The Puritans were not fans of Christmas festivities. Fast forward to the 1690s in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Catholic Church decided to establish special Christmas services in defiance of Puritan opposition. The clash between civil authorities and Christmas celebrations was real. In the early 1700s, German and Dutch settlers brought along the pagan customs of St. Nicholas and the Christmas tree. These traditions found a home in the settlements of these settlers, and even German mercenaries fighting in the War of Independence raised Christmas trees in their camps. The holiday was taking on new shapes and forms. Jeremiah 10:1-7 says,
Hear the word that Yahuwah speaks to you, O house of Israel. Thus says Yahuwah, hate them, for the customs of the peoples are vanity. A tree from the forest is cut down and worked with an axe by the hands of a craftsman. They decorate it with silver and gold. They fasten it with hammer and nails so that it cannot move. Their idols are like scarecrows in a cucumber field, and they cannot speak. They have to be carried, for they cannot walk. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither is it in them to do good. There is none like you, O Yahuwah. You are great, and your name is great in might. Who would not fear you, O King of the nations? For this is your due. For among all the wise ones of the nations and in all their kingdoms, there is none like you.
As we can see, the pagan customs and idols of what we call today Christmas trees are nothing new under the sun. Pagans have always decorated trees with silver and gold.
So are you lying to them or not? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So you're lying to you gonna lie to your kids or not? Or you gonna tell them the truth? When do you think it's the oldest time? When do you think it's the right time to tell them the truth? Or what if they find out the truth before you find out the time that you was gonna tell them the truth? I'm just saying, once you read in that Bible, that's why I'm saying truth. Only because it said in the Bible about the tree that we see on every holiday and what it stands for. We still put it in there. I'm not understanding something like when I'm growing up, we stuck with this, we in this thing. We ride or die with the family. So you mean to tell me you ride or die with the family and the custom and the beliefs that this family was believing in, that shit was standing on some bullshit? So you mean to tell me that's why he said that you was born into some bullshit because you knew off the rip that we was just with the bullshit. So now we got to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you want to be a God or you want to be born to sin? You pick the life you want to choose. I'm just saying, you pick the lane. You say free will, but can't nobody violate your free will. So they can't violate it unless you know what I'm saying? They can't violate it unless you violate.
Gold, placed them upright so that they would not move, and created idols out of them. Yahuwah detested idols and still today hates idolatry. In the New Covenant scriptures, believers are warned that idolaters will not inherit the kingdom.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yah? Be not deceived. Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Ever wondered why we hang mistletoe and deck the halls with boughs of holly during the holidays? The mistletoe, the seemingly innocent plant with a more intriguing past. In ancient times, pagans believed mistletoe held magical healing powers and used it in winter solstice celebrations. Imagine a night filled with revelry and the tradition of kissing under the mistletoe, marking the symbolic transition from the old sun to the birth of a new one during the darkest days of winter. But mistletoe isn't the only character in our festive tale.
Not the
Holly
only
berries
character.
take the stage, considered sacred to the sun god. And then there's the Yule log. It's not just a log, it's the sun log. Yule itself means wheel, symbolizing the sun's journey. These ancient symbols, once pagan, have seamlessly integrated into our mind.
My next video, we're gonna play with. I'm gonna show the symbols and what they mean by symbols. And again, you know what I'm saying. First of all, I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me, watching me, and everything. And hey, man, this is for entertainment purposes only. The music that you heard earlier, that wasn't my music. That was for entertainment purposes only. I'm just here to spread awareness to the world so that everybody can be informed, and that way we can have some informed information about this nation, and therefore we can build our own nation and make sure we stand on and protect that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to say with that. But then again, those symbols, I just want to say that because I've seen them. And you're going to see some of this familiar stuff when I start piecing this stuff together, like I'm able to do right here on this channel. Right here, live on this channel. Right here for Make It Make Sense with GalvestonPodcast. I'm going to continue with this video. We're going to take this thing on home.
Modern Christmas language, with phrases like sacred Yuletide season still echoing through the centuries. Now, let's shed light on the act of lighting fires and candles during Christmas. It's not just about creating a cozy atmosphere. It's a continuation of an age-old custom meant to uplift the waning sun god as it reaches the lowest point in the southern skies. These simple traditions, often taken for granted, carry the weight of ancient beliefs. As we gather around mistletoe, holly, and the warmth of the Yule log, it's worth pondering the deeper meanings behind these customs. Our holiday traditions, rooted in pagan celebrations, tell tales of sun worship and the yearning for renewal during the darkest days of the year.
Love the commercial, man. Gotta love it. You want to buy that? I ain't buying that.
In 1823, Santa Claus stepped into the spotlight in the United States, gaining national fame thanks to a poem. St. Nicholas becomes a household name, thanks to Clark Moore's The Night Before Christmas.
You got to be kidding me. Look at this,
The
man.
English Father Christmas, a minor character in a Mummers play, merges with his American counterpart, shaping the jolly figure we know today. The iconic Coca-Cola Corporation was on a mission to boost its sales.
Boosteroni.
They devised a marketing campaign that would change the way we see Santa forever. Enter Haddon Sundblom, a Swedish commercial artist with a vision. He set out to create a Santa who not only enjoyed Coca-Cola, but embodied the festive spirit. In his skilled hands, a chubby, rosy-cheeked Santa emerged, decked out in a vibrant Coca-Cola red outfit. This wasn't just any Santa. This was the birth of the modern Santa Claus.
The first time I watched this, because I gotta find out. I would not have to find out, but you just be regular chilling at home, playing with your kids, run across some stuff like this on your little YouTube search, and got a little interesting. And I got all the way into the video, and then I got right here where we at. That's why I stopped. And I'm looking at this Santa, like this Santa, and looking at me, and I'm like, where did they get Santa from? Was Santa here in the beginning, like when God said he was here in the beginning? Or I told y'all that in the beginning was a lie. So this person made that song called that Silent Night, and then you got the Santa Claus. So we watched them build this character in front of us, and our parents still push that character on us because they pushed that on our parents because they was doing the best they could do. And how long we kept that, just imagine how this shit really is. And that's what we need to make sense out of. And that's why we making it make sense, because now I'm putting it together. And I was here in that decade, here on that decade, because I've been here. I'm working on my fourth one right now. All I know is now I'm seeing how they created it, because you got the Coca-Cola, right? And then I said that makes sense. They didn't Coca-Cola and created Santa Claus. Man. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Unique blend of Christian crusader, pagan god, and of course, a commercial idol. Picture it. The world was introduced to a Santa who wasn't just delivering presents, but sipping on a Coke as he did so. It was a stroke of marketing genius that forever linked Santa Claus with the iconic red and white Coca-Cola brand. As historian Kellerman puts it, the modern Santa was born, a blend of Christian crusader, pagan god, and commercial idol. The fusion of these elements created an image that resonated with people worldwide, turning Santa into the universal symbol of holiday joy.
How you are fallen from heaven, O day star, son of dawn. How you are cut down to the ground, you who laid the nations low. You said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. Above the stars of Yah, I will set my throne on high. I will sit on the mount of assembly in the far reaches of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High.
Isn't it a coincidence that Satan said he would make himself like Yahuwah and rise above the clouds? Yet we see the idol of Santa Claus driving a sleigh in the clouds. How many people we know today that have lied to their children about Santa Claus, the gift giver, or dressed up themselves in Santa costumes for children or Christmas parties? Many children today worship Santa unknowingly because of the lies that have been handed down to them by their parents. There is only one Heavenly Father who supplies our needs, and he said he will not give his esteem to no one.
Nobody. So you better not give it to nobody
Yahuwah,
neither.
that is my name. I will not yield my glory to another or my praise to idols.
With an S.
In 1836, Christmas officially became a legal holiday in Alabama, marking the start of its. Fast forward to today.
Yep. Yep. I'm gonna do that. Pow. Put this back on here. Save. Now, I went down that little rabbit hole. I went down that street, and I enjoyed whatever I was watching. And I came to the conclusion. I say, man, we just got to look at stuff from a different view and a different a way of how we see things. And then put you where you're at right now, man. Put you in the spot to where, hey, believe what you want to believe. You can tell me anything, but I ain't gonna believe everything. So you can tell me all the time. You know what I'm saying? the fact that they designed that, like that was designed. You know how they say you go to jail for premeditated murder. The fact that it was designed. The fact that when I'm talking about me when I grew up, I'm looking at it. That's why I'm supposed to look over here because I'm supposed to go dig deep. I'm looking at it right now, man. That's crazy. They taught me all this when I was young. And I always wanted to be successful. So that means I did it. I did whatever they asked me to do. One dude, Tommy Napoli, told me one day I was a gopher. I'm like, what is that? He said, you go for this and go for that. I never forget that shit. I was riding that Boys and Girls Club van. I was helping them because I was always volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club. I love to volunteer. That's what made me the genuine person I am. That volunteering made me that way. So I know something about just, it's not free labor, but your work can never go in vain. So therefore, if your work never go in vain, you get rewards. You're going to get rewards because you know that what you're doing is planting seeds, and over here is going to give you something later on. But if you don't know that, you're going to continue to do what you've been doing and doing it the way that you want to do it. And hey, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I just know you better not believe that you was born fucked up. I know that. I bet. I want if it is. Look, I ain't supposed to be in no group to where this group I gotta behave a certain way, or I ain't in this group, or not even if I ain't in this group, y'all gonna talk about me like a dog. I don't even need religion for that to happen. They do that shit without religion. So you don't want to go into religion, or you know what I'm saying, and then deal with that shit, and then come out. So you fighting religion, spiritual wars, and free world spiritual wars. Just imagine if you just going all around other places experiencing that shit. That's why I say I'd be afraid of you don't know what you're going to you be like, oh man, you see, we get that phone call, man, like you look at it like, oh man, that shit don't feel good. If somebody call you, and you make you got to think about that shit. You want that shit in your life? That's the type of shit you want around you all the time? Hell no, man. If you got to do that shit one time, if a person make you do that one time, that shit is it. What the fuck are y'all doing? We just here to make it make sense, man. Well, I am. I'm just sitting here. I'm going to make it make sense. I'll just point out, I'll bring out all my maps and everything. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Hey, later on, because I know some conversations ain't for today. Sometimes some of these talks, some of this stuff ain't for today. Maybe you need this later on down the line. And then I got a tool that I just learned that I could just, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I just go back and watch my own. And then when I put the words I put there right there, I just come put it right back on to me. And y'all talking about want to build weight and want to build and look good in the gym and everything. You don't even love your fucking self. So none of that shit's going to work if you don't love yourself. Because if you love yourself, it's going to be a little thing in your head to get you drive. I'm going to tell you how I made it all the way to college with a goddamn basketball. I just played basketball. No, I ain't had the greatest jump shot. No, I ain't had I ain't had no hops at all. I tell you what, I know one thing. You motherfuckers ain't going to make every shot. Cleaning up somebody's mess. I'm not going to complain about cleaning up nobody's. But dog it, I know they're going to complain on me because the process that I have to do, I have to explain to them how it got to this point. And then they don't like because you explain to them how they got to that point. So now you confronted them. They don't like to be confronted. They don't like to be humiliated. Well, I know one thing. I love being humiliated. I mean, I don't say that I go out to be humiliated, but the humiliation, the times I did a drug and they just saw me butt naked and that shit, that was me. It was me. I laugh right along with the story. That shit, I talk about me, and just because I ain't around you, you say, yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. Nigga, I'm still here. And I'm saying some shit that you wouldn't expect. You understand what I'm saying? No, I'm saying some shit that you ain't hearing because you got a bunch of bobbleheads around your motherfucking life, and they on the bobblehead is on the same goddamn frequency. That bitch up and down like that, that means that shit is inconsistent, nigga. And that's why your life is inconsistent. Up and down, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man. It's real out here, man. Time going by fast, nigga. Today's Sunday. It's going to be Sunday tomorrow. Today's Sunday. It's going to be Sunday tomorrow. And it's going to be Monday. It's out of there, bro. It's 2029. Y'all niggas think it's supposed to be 2025, 2029, man. They done sped up some shit. We in the motherfucker. But the niggas are still making it right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, my hour is up. I'll sit up here and sit. And I'm gonna shoot and foo-foo. Hey, in the beginning of the video, Facebook and YouTube, that was my music. I ain't own the rights to that. I'm just telling you, I ain't own the rights to that. I was just listening to it. I'm sorry, I was listening to it before I even clicked the button. I'm on some Shannon Sharp shit right now. I just listened to the music before I clicked the button. The button clicked on its own, the bass hit it, and it just came on. And this is Make Sense Sundays, presented by GalvestonPodcast. We got that blanket drive for the information down below. Go on ahead and take in that information while I'm still up here doing the ending. And hey, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me because I am the host, Mr. Come See by me, and y'all will be seeing me all throughout the week. I will be bringing to you nothing but content all across the world that we can sit up here right now together and we can go through and decipher that shit for ourselves, and then we can use our own discernment with the gifts that was given to us in the beginning, so therefore we can grow and flourish and be happy and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Shit like that to get you all happy and excited to read this shit and break down this goddamn shit that they done brought us up with, and now we in the middle of this shit. The only thing I believe them niggas told me was, the only thing I really believe there was true was them niggas say, when you got to your age, you ain't gonna have no Social Security and all of that other shit. I believe it, the way that they going, because it ain't gonna be nothing, because these niggas gonna goddamn annihilate each other. They already underground, and the only reason why they going underground trying to get off the ground. See, man, we are out of there. Oh, man. Hey, all right. Well, let's end the stream. Thank y'all for coming out.
For me to know we here now, believe it, brokers. I am on my shit, and you know it's true. Ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can up with the crew? I am on my shit. Can you see me? No. Everybody always wanna see me flow. I show stop here and see I'm on. I am on my shit.
I'm on mine. They know why. She so shy. I'm so fly. The thought of it open up her eye. The grind in me, she say that's my guy. Pine cone fresh, she asks why. Fresh head to toe, baby girl, you'll be surprised. Boss status, we some wise guys. Super size, baby girl, you're small fry. Do something like that, I'm nothing like that. Whole sci-fi nigga, you boss, I'm back. The more you hate it just makes me laugh. Don't be mad at me, you need to be mad at yourself. Can't stand backstabbers, talk about you and laugh with you. Then they get mad at you when you learn how to deal with them. I'm a heart and I got no patience, ignorance, and I'm not gonna take it. Tequila shot and I don't even taste it. Promethazine, expensive tasting. 6 and 8 and I stay betting. Bet the bar, you know I'm drinking. Get it, I'm the drink man. Purple like the Kool-Aid man. Patty cake, I got a baker's hand. Get rid of these grams as fast as I can. Roll it up, put one in the air, man.
Open after race, always at first, cause that's the place. Don't know what I'm on if that's the case, bitch. I am on my shit, and they see it though. What I got most for me to know, we here now, believe it, brokers. I am on my shit, and you know it's true. Ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can up with the crew? I am on my shit. Can you see me? No. Everybody always wanna see me flow. I show stop every scene I'm on, cause I am on my shit.